Aloha, everyone, and a warm welcome to another weekly update of vacation rentals here on Oahu. This past week, we had 10 new listings and 5 sold properties. Overall, just quick market update is that more and more inventory on the market. There's a lot of units currently on the market in Waikiki. Waikiki Banyan and Waikiki Sunset both have significant number of units for sale, as well as quite a few other buildings. And I think this past week only 4 units went to escrow, so it has cooled significantly, even from 8, 9, 10 months ago. So this time could present some good opportunities, perhaps for some buyers, but we'll see what the coming months bring as well. That being said, though, if a unit's priced well, or if it's really in great condition, something unique, generally it's still going to escrow rather quickly. That being said, let's just get started with this first studio over at Palms at Waikiki. So this is a studio at Palms at Waikiki on the 7th floor, 312 square feet, price of $320,000. Views here, your fees here. So this is hotel furnishings. Did a pretty quality job on the photos. Nice diamond head view. I like this lanai. You'll see in a moment some good ocean views as well. And these units at Palms of Waikiki can be customized, but you can only have a kitchenette like this. You can't have any sink or cooktop in these units in this area. Obviously you have a bathroom sink, but nothing in the common area space. Keep in mind though that this is the Ala Moana. This is heavily trafficked street, and also you get a lot of foot traffic as well. I know the owner of one of the largest management companies, vacation rental management companies on Oahu, and they stopped managing this building because guests would just often complain about the noise on this side of the building. If you buy on the other side, it's pretty quiet, but this side can be pretty challenging. But based on comps, it's not a bad price point, but I think there's about 10 or 11 units currently on the market at Palms of Waikiki, and it's been a while since a unit's sold in there. Island Colony, another studio on the 7th floor, 280 square feet, 350, city views. Nice, there's no popcorn selling. It's a pretty well maintained unit here. I definitely recommend doing some wall art. Nice kitchenette. Like they have the built-in cooktop. Overall nice. I mean, but being on the 7th floor, you got a little view of the pool deck. This is facing eastward. And I do like that they put tile on the lanai. But you will be doing some street noise at that location. Luana Waikiki on the 15th floor, studio 313 square feet, price of $458. Hotel style unit. Most of the studios in this building are all the same furnishings, really similar look. Kind of a diamond head view here. We currently manage 1 unit in here. If you don't use the hotel pool, if you self-manage or use a third-party management company, either the owner or the guest has to pay a guest check-in fee for each reservation, $30 kind of a amenity fee. Nice lanai, nice view here. But the unit we manage, guests, we're getting really positive feedback. Nice large kitchenette. And despite having no parking, these units do sell at a premium compared to a lot of other studios and other buildings. It's a really quality building itself. Ilikai on the 2nd floor, $498,000. It's a studio, 448 square feet. City views. So a unit on this floor, if you do not use the hotel's management services, you still have to use the hotel's house cleaning and maintenance services. All the units, as I mentioned many times in the past, if you're located on the 2nd floor or floors 23 through 25, they all have this very similar look. But again, if you own on this floor and you don't use the hotel management services, so if you use a third party or self-manage, you are still required to use the hotel's house cleaning and maintenance services, which really increase your operating expense. But these are quality units. Second floor though, the doors open, you're going to be dealing with quite a bit of noise. Waikiki Sunset, this is kind of an interesting opportunity on the 15th floor, 534 square feet, one bed, one bath. These units do come with parking. Here's where, valuations are coming down somewhat. 575, really quite low. Ocean views, monthly fees here. So this building, they just finalized doing the AC coil replacement. There's a special assessment running until December 2028. Got some ocean views here. And I have a client under contract right now to buy a 2-bedroom. FYI, as we learned in this process, is that my client wanted to assume the assessment, but it was another realtor called me who actually just bought a unit recently in the building. And she found out when she bought it is that the assessment cannot be assumed, that the association board changed it a while ago that it has to be paid off whenever a property is closed. So keep that in mind, that if you do buy a unit, either the seller or you as a buyer have to pay off the special assessment at closing. Waikiki Sunset on the 12th floor. It's 543 square feet, one bed, one bath. These units also come with parking. Again, based on comps and just activity in the past couple of years, this is a pretty attractive price point. Unit with an NUC, that means that you do not have to register the unit with a DPP on an annual basis. So if you have to register the DPP, you have to submit a ton of paperwork and pay $1,000 fee for your first registration, and then every year after it's $500 renewal. Well, with an NUC permit, you don't have to submit all this information. You just send an email to the DPP saying that you want to continue to operate as a nightly rental. You have to provide some booking information, and I believe it's at $600 annual fee now. They increased it, and I think it's $600. But pretty good price point, in my opinion. Ilikai, it's a 2-bed, 2-bath on the 23rd floor, so it does have those restrictions. Price at $1.62 million. Monthly fees here. I'm a big fan of these 2 bedrooms at Ilikai, but not on these floors. Gonna have some nice mountain views you can see here. Appealing floor plan, in my opinion, because you have 1 bedroom over here and then 1 bedroom over on this side. So quite a bit of privacy. Yeah, pretty attractive. And based on that floor, decent price point. Another unit over at Ilikai, 2-bedroom on the 18th floor, priced at $2.28. Ocean view. This is a great stack to own in. As they say here, the ultimate stack, 43. And this is just your direct ocean-facing unit, which is a stellar 180 degree, pretty much 180 degrees ocean view. So you got 1 bedroom there. Really nice. I mean, look at that view from the kitchen. And based on comps, this is not unrealistic for a list price. I think the last one that sold in this stack, if I recall correctly, was about $2.5 million not too long ago. Waikiki Shore, it's a 2-bed, 2-bath on the 4th floor, $2.3 million. This is just being brought back on the market. Beautiful unit. But being on this floor, there's a pathway that runs from the beach all the way to the main street. So you do get quite a bit of people walking by here on a daily basis. So keep in mind you would have some noise there. But I mean, I love the unit itself. Some of these units do come with parking, which add a tremendous value. A little high in my opinion, but curious to see what happens there. And this is a new listing, but it actually went in pending just today. And actually, congrats to my client. So this is over at 2465 Kuhio, a 2-bed, 2-bath. Does come with parking on the 4th floor, 876 square feet, 988, as you can see here. And this is a really pretty neat unit in my opinion. So far, it's the nicest unit I've seen in person in the building. So this is a pretty basic building. They are in the process of repainting it, which is going to improve things. But great location, obviously very short distance to the beach. Only a few of these units really have some ocean view on this side when you're kind of leaning out your lanai. This unit had never been operated as a vacation rental. It's kind of a secondary home, an overseas owner. But the kitchen, when I first saw the photo, I wasn't too keen on the kitchen, but when you walk in person, really neat. So my client who's buying this, he's going to turn this into a vacation rental. And we got some really neat ideas on how to kind of really make this a more upscale unit than it already is. But we think just with this look, we're going to get some really great guest experiences. Yeah, beautiful tile walk-in. And these units can be operated. They can be a doorway that can be closed and locked, so you can operate as a 1-bed, 1-bath, and then a studio with bath. But usually you get the most income if you operate this as a true 2-bed, 2-bath. But yeah, beautiful unit, and congrats to my client on that, getting that offer accepted. Now moving on to sold bamboo on the 14th floor, $290,000. So short story is that this owner contacted me before he went on market because he thought I might have a buyer. Originally, he wanted $450, and so this has been on the market for well over a year, maybe a year and a half, close to 2 years. Finally sold for $290. Penthouse. This is a top floor. Let me just show this really quick. Actually, it's not going to show. Here we go. You have a wraparound lanai, which has some pretty ocean views. You can see. So, yeah, units right here. So you walk all along here and get some stellar views. There's not the best seating areas outside, but it's a pretty unique unit, but pretty low price. Waikiki Banyan on the 6th floor. I'm amazed someone paid $845 for this one, 6 days on the market. And that's not actually true because this was on the market, then they took it off and we listed it. It was on the market longer than 6 days. Pacific Monarch, 31st floor. Pretty rich price in my opinion as well. But this is a pretty rare stack with these views, $880. Kuhio Estates. This is actually a pretty impressive price point. Studio with 1 bath. $1,051,000. And last sold listing over at Beach Villas, Ko'olina, 2-bed, 2-bath. Long time on the market, just under list price, $1.839. Thank you all for watching. As always, any questions at all, you're welcome to reach out to me, and I'm happy to be of service to you any way I can. Till next week, you take care.